Productions.
Yo, what's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Welcome to Elm Street. I'm your boy, I'm your host, Money Elms, man. I got a great show for y'all today, man. You know, I normally do my little, what's popping in the streets, but we're gonna skip all that today, man, to go ahead and introduce my legendary guest today. I got the one and only, the Doc.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's an honor to be on Elm Street.
Hey.
And what a G's meet.
Already.
And where the girls are sweet. And they smoke Swisher Sweets.
Already.
So that's where I like to be.
Already, yeah. So I wanted to ask you, so a lot of people don't know that you are a Dallas, born and raised Dallas, right?
Yeah. Bro, I'd be lying if I told you what they know or don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I when I was making my music, I never got a chance to really get out there and stand on that. You know what I mean? The accident happened too fast.
Yeah.
But because I'm coming from, my affiliation is those guys on the West Coast, most folks thought I was from L.A.
Yeah.
Because funky enough, the guy was rapping like a Jamaican. Some folks thought I was from Jamaica.
Yeah.
But though just the way I rap in general, it's not like a Texas. You couldn't just pull me out of the sound.
Yeah.
That I'm from Dallas like that.
Yeah. I mean, most definitely, because, growing up at 9 years old, I thought you was from the West Coast.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm from. So I was like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? N.W.A got a new artist, going hard, So the whole time until later on, I ended up finding out. I was like, oh, shit, he's from Dallas.
Yeah, bro.
Dallas native.
West Dallas, though.
So
I'm from the West.
So I wanted to ask you, so how did you get into hip-hop and joining up with the Fila Fresh Crew?
Yeah, like I said, West Dallas. When it was kind of just taking off down here, early 80s, 81, 82. It started showing up. This is when dudes they call it the dozens now, but they was on the corners, talking about each other's mamas and shit, rhyming when they do it. That's how it started.
Yeah.
Then you start hearing the records from the East Coast dudes, and then Crush Groove. The movie came out in Wild Style. And so you just fell in love with it slowly but surely. And I was good at it, So one of the other guy that was in the Fila Fresh Crew, he's from the project, same projects. So we just started rapping together, And then when we had a commercial on Channel 21, way back then, we had a commercial. Dr.Dre was on the radio back then. He saw the commercial. And when we went to one of his parties, he came up to us and said, hey, we should be a group. And we was like, fuck it, let's do it, And that's how it all started.
And early on, did you have any, any influences that you looked up to?
Yeah, all my influences was East Coast guys of that era. The Golden Age guys.
Yeah.
Run and Cool J and Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap, KRS-One, Nas.
Yeah.
All of those guys were really the guys that I looked up to. Slick Rick, all these people. I formatted my cadences sort of after those guys.
Okay, that's what's up. So shortly after you started the Fila Fresh Crew, when did you stumble and meet Dr. Dre?
Yeah, Dr. Rock knew Dr. Dre because they both from Compton. Well, Rock is from Bompton, and they knew each other through this dude named Lonzo, who had this DJ coalition called the World Class Wrecking Crew. There was a group of DJs before they turned into making those records together. The early kind of poppy kind of records. But they was DJs. They all DJed together. So when Easy came along, and Dre started making music with Eric, this Dr. Rock knew that Dr. Dre, when their records started blowing up, Rock started playing their stuff down here. He invited them down here. That's how me and Dre met. And it all just kind of took off from there.
You know, it's funny because a lot of people that I have conversations with, they always tell me, he's like, man, Doc's, you know, he could say he wrote the soundtrack to the West Coast. You know what I mean? Because you do a lot of writing for a lot of artists from the West Coast.
They're not lying. You know, I wrote a lot of it.
Yeah.
I was a pillar of that movement, no question about it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had it the same way if I wasn't out there. Ain't no question about it. So really, you know, Texas helped build the West.
Oh, yeah. You know, I definitely stand on that one. Cause you was part of the Straight Outta Compton, Nothing But a G thing, and Easy Does It record.
All of that.
When was the first time that you actually heard yourself on the radio, and how did you feel about that?
First time I heard myself on the radio, I had made a record with Dr. Rock called I Had to Go to Work. And there was a guy named Tom Joyner. He was like the biggest DJ in Dallas. And he had a syndicated show in Chicago. And he played that song, I Had to Go to Work, every morning on the radio. And man, and it felt good, you know. Everybody knew it was me, and people, you know, they gave me my flowers or whatever. They thought I was good. But 5, 6 o'clock every morning, the song came on right before the kids had to go to school and stuff, and it felt great, you know.
So the album dropped in what was it, 89? To you, did it like change your whole outlook on everything at the time in 89?
You know, show business will fuck you up. You know what I mean? And I've seen it happen over and over again. But it happened to me first, you know, because I didn't know where I was or who I was with or none of it. I was just out there being dope, you know, trying to write these hits, you know. But they started telling me, you know, how cold I was, how great I was. If it wasn't for me, you know, that should get to you.
Yeah.
I started feeling like, you know what, maybe it is me. I was an arrogant dude as a young guy. That Texas boy. Get full of that all and start talking shit to everybody, you know.
Yeah.
But then that accident happened, and it was a heavy blow. You know, it took a lot of wind out of me.
Yeah.
So that just put me on the back burner, made me have to try to get my head back right. And it wasn't easy, but being able to still go back, being able to go right back to work on their stuff helped me, you know, because if I didn't have that, you know, telling, you know, what would have went on with me if I couldn't have went right back to work on N.W.A. stuff, and then the Chronic happened, and then Doggy Dog out. It kept me like moving.
Yeah, because so the accident happened in November of 89.
Yeah, November 11.
November 11. So so do you remember how it went down?
Yeah, I was just wilding out, being arrogant out there playing them games.
Was it in California or?
I was leaving the Beverly Hills Hotel with a couple of chicks. I'd been in there getting loaded. About 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, I don't want to sleep with these chicas, take my ass home.
Yeah.
And didn't make it.
Wow. Because I mean, everybody heard it when it happened, and I remember being like, damn, at the time he was like one of my favorite rappers, so. To me, I was, I couldn't understand, I was 9, being young and not knowing, the ins and outs, and, being a grown up.
Yeah.
So, I was like, damn, I just knew it was an accident and this and that until, later on, I ended up finding out a little bit more in depth of exactly what happened. But yeah, man, to me, you've always been a big pillar in the hip hop culture, and it's crazy because we're doing the 50 year anniversary to hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's dope to have you here, man. And so I was gonna ask you think you were portrayed well in the movie Straight Outta Compton?
Well, you can look at that 2 ways. The movie didn't give me credit for doing shit, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I was there. At least they put me there.
Yeah.
And, he always had his cowboy gear on. And
yeah.
He always had the fly honeys with him. So in that respect, that was me.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. That was their movie to explain their journey.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me. So I thought it was dope.
I mean, not a lot of people can say, they actually got to work with some legends. I mean, because you were there.
Yeah.
Around Dre, Snoop, Easy, and, these are guys that, I'm like, damn, these are superstars.
Yeah.
Even having you here, that's how I look at you. Like, man, the Doc, that's a superstar. That's a GOAT right there.
They wasn't superstars back then.
Yeah.
They was just ghetto boys.
Yeah.
Trying to get in and get it.
Hey, but you got to look at it, as a youngster, I'm looking up to all these guys, like, all of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are these are my superstars to my era. That's, who these guys were.
That's cool, man.
You know what I mean? So
we appreciate it.
So
I know they do.
So how many projects you say that you've actually been involved in as far as, composing, producing?
Maybe 20 records.
Wow.
But only 1 for me. Well, 3 for me. 3 for me. And everything else was for everybody else. Whether it was Breed or Dre or Snoop or Death Row or JJ Fad or, it's been a lot of them. And I'm grateful. I go like I'm supposed to be going to L.A. to spend some time with Dre and Snoop, try to help him finish this missionary record. And that's a blessing. I go in there with my hot pen, try to get as much of it in as I can, because these are my guys. I got a lot of love for them. They got a lot of love for me.
How do you feel when some of the greats like Eminem recite some of your lyrics?
Yeah, it's a blessing, bro. I would have had a different attitude as a young man, but I'm not really competing no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was already the greatest of all time. I don't have to prove that no more. So when they say that, it's just validation, bro. It's just, especially coming from guys like that. Eminem or Redman put my name in his record, or Jay-Z put my name in his record. The guys that are outside of our bubble on the West, because I was the one putting my name in the record most of the time with those guys. Besides, Eminem put my name in the, forgot about Dre record, but usually when you hear them rapping about me, it's because I wrote me in there. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
But it's a blessing, man. I'm a student of this art. And I'd be grateful when those guys do that. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for all those dudes. Everybody, from down here. I know I'm in Mo 3's side of town.
Yeah.
From Mo to the guys over there in the Cliff, to the guys in West Dallas. All the young rappers from here I respect and love and want to be a part of helping them figure this thing out. The city, really, in general. But everybody, right? I ain't got no hate in me for the rap shit. I think it's enough money for all of us to get some.
Yeah. Is there anybody in particular in Dallas that you look and be like, oh man, this guy got it?
There's a lot of kids out there that's got it, man. They just don't have the lane to get in.
Yeah.
Like what Dallas was missing, I think, was that lane. Like you didn't have your rap a lot. You didn't have a Ruthless or Death Row or Cash Money or Master P's label or JD's or the guy they never had that here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really trying to do my part to help her. But the thing that all of those before mentioned movements was funded by trapping, you know, was funded by the dope game. And see, for some reason, these boys down here never figured out how to live together and get that. You came in too late. Now everybody want to kill each other. You can't beat. Like when I first went to L.A. and made records with those boys, Easy wasn't the only dude out there serving work.
Yeah. But
all of them rapping dudes out there still worked together and made records together and did shows together. These boys down there ain't about that. It's either all about me and you can get somebody I know, or we ain't doing it, you know. And you can't grow money like that, you know what I mean? And so for me, with all due respect, it ain't in the trap lane no more. It's in another lane. If you want to go get it and get rich with it and get this money and keep it, I'm not going that way. I'm going another way because it's another way.
Yeah.
You got to move like that. If you want to win, you have to build a culture that supports the idea of making money, not the idea of being cool because you can hold a stack of dollars or you sip syrup and everybody know you sell dope. Like, you know, that's not cool. It's whatever you got to do to get your bread. I'm with you. Go get it. Mm-hmm. But that's not cool. You know, that's not the thing that's going to make these youngsters get in and get this money and keep that money. I mean, you see these slime boys now, they get all that money, and after so long, you have to give it back. You know, you're supposed to teach the kids how to get it and keep it, build on it and grow it. Don't destroy your community. Rescue it. Nobody telling you not to do what you do. But you know, if you're a strong man, you're strong enough to know how to do what you got to do, but make sure none of the negative stuff is affecting us in our communities, in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Because we control that. Like the police patrol that, but we control that.
Yeah.
They can't control the hood. Only we can do that.
Yeah. Did you sign DJ Quick when he first came out?
When me and Suge first started doing our thing, it was we had Funk Enough production, Funk Enough Records, and Nightlife Productions, and we signed Quick and Second to None and Penthouse Players Click.
Yeah.
All those blood guys was on this thing we was trying to do. But that happened right before the wreck. And after the wreck, I was just like burnt out. I couldn't concentrate, couldn't write records and shit. And so I'd start telling Dre, I can't do it. You know, I gotta have Dre to make it work.
Yeah.
And so we started recruiting Dre.
That's what's up. So then Dre joined into the mix, and we have Death Row.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see all of this is in the movie, bro.
Yeah,
you'll see it. It'll make sense.
So I was gonna ask you. So how do you feel now that Snoop owns Death Row?
I love it, bro. I love it. I want the best for him. I'm trying to put it together so we can do a Death Row South, right from Dallas to give these kids out here that lane,
Yeah.
I'm really trying to bring him and Q both down here,
Yeah.
to try to do business down here because this city is wide open. It's here. And all the opportunity is here. All the connections is here. All the money is here. All these talented people are coming here. They're not coming here for nothing. They're coming here because the money is here. So let me get some of my guys here if I can to build something we could use to siphon some of that money off into the community where we want it to go, how we want it to go. You know what I mean?
So speaking of Cube, how do you feel about what's happening with his little situation right now? Kind of like the feel like part of the industry is trying to blackball him.
You can't blackball Cube. Cube is his energy come from the people. You know what I mean? You can't cancel Cube because the people fuck with Cube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not gonna. But what does that mean? Because he want to go talk to these politicians. These folks don't like it. Or he want to do this with his league and these folks don't like it. Damn them folks. I know Cube. That's my brother. And I know him well enough to know the people's going to be there for Cube. Can't cancel him. Matter of fact, Cube going to end up being one of the leaders of this new thing because of what he doing with that league. Yeah. He's the first one to do something like that. They try to make it seem like it's not a big deal, but that shit is a big deal, bro. Yeah. That dude is winning.
I feel the same way, because I still, you could say I'm a big fan and ride with Cube.
Like I say, Cube is about the people. Everything he do is connected to the people. And his art and his businesses that he try to create, it's all about helping us out. And you need more people like that in the game. Snoop is one of those kinds. That's why I'm trying to put this thing together, because it's all hood guys that's trying to elevate the communities in a way that we can bring money to it and allow the people that's involved to pull money out of it and grow the city. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's all about growing Dallas, funky town, Fort Worth, into what it could be, because we got it all here. And we got more billionaires in North Texas than anywhere else in the country. See all these big $1 billion companies moving down here.
Yeah.
They're not doing that shit for nothing.
So, no, you're right. They're here for a reason.
People that's moving here, they need housing. They need entertainment. They need this. They need that. Somebody's got to supply all that. And everybody can't go to Frisco at one time and kick it.
Yeah.
Some folks want to go to the South Side and kick it with the Soul Brothers.
Yeah.
So they got a star up there. We got to create us a black star down here so the brothers can go kick it.
So not too long ago, there was, I wouldn't even say it's a beef, kind of like a diss track here and there from Eminem came out with a couple lyrics on one of his songs, and Melly Mel replied back to it, but all stemming from, he made some comments about M that the only reason why, he's in the top 5 is because he's white. What do you think of that?
I can't agree with that. I mean, common sense tells you that Eminem got certain positives in his movement because he's a white boy. But so did Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But ain't nobody running around. I know Vanilla Ice is my guy, but we're not confusing Vanilla Ice with a GOAT rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Eminem is one of the great ones, man. Can't take that guy's gift from him. God gave him that.
Yeah.
And I respect Mel, there wouldn't be no me. Without me, it wouldn't be no him.
Yeah.
Without Mel, and maybe Mel was just doing what MCs do, talking that shit and get him back in the game. And so Eminem served him, and I heard he trying to serve Eminem. That's how it go. But as long as it's just rapping and conversation, that's what it's about.
Yeah. It's part of the old the culture.
That's right. You know what I mean? And it's only helping Mel get out there and get his word out. And it's keeping him connected to this. But that's what it's all about. It's enough for everybody,
Yeah.
As long as we treat this game with respect and treat each other as men with respect, man, hip-hop, 50 years, bro. Billions of dollars have been made. Imagine if we would have been the ones that making the billions. It's been one or two of us, but it's a lot of us creating this stuff. And only a couple of us get to the big, because this is set up that way. Because we allowed it to get away from us, but we finna take our shit back.
In 2022, you was part of the Tribeca Film Festival. You got the documentary coming out. Let us know a little bit about that.
Man, it was one of the coolest experiences ever. I got a 19-year-old daughter with Erica Badu. And I got a chance to take my baby and see all of this hoopla about her dad, which, usually her dad is just the dude sitting in the back. He don't talk.
Yeah.
He's there for everybody else, but all quick and corrupt. And Daz and Exhibit and all these West Coast, they came out, and Slick Rick came. It was just a cool experience. They loved the movie. Everybody reacts the same way when they see it. So I can't wait till it come out, because it's finna really change some shit around. Like you really see this story in a way that move you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can see, to your point earlier, in the movie that Dallas did a whole lot for that West Coast movement, bro. Like, we did a lot. You know what I mean? And so it's only right that we get our chance to dance now. You know what I mean? The good books say the first will be last and the last will be first. So we was the last, but we gonna be the first ones to kick it off in this new direction, where it's all about getting this money, getting this corporate money, getting this business money. I mean, the street money is cool. I don't want you boys to, slip it all or miss a beat. Get your bread. But it's a whole lot difference between this bread and that corporate bread. See, that corporate bread, you can just hold up a sheet of paper, and that sheet of paper is worth 100 million. You don't need to be standing out there with that, because when you can wiggle that sheet of paper, you understand what it's really about. It's not about you and these little phones and all this shit. It's about these little babies that you got watching you come up. And you can't tell me that any real man that's worth his salt see how these youngsters is out here not really giving a damn about who they are and what they are, how they life is going to end up taking these paths, and tell me that this dude want his newborn to experience that, right?
Yeah.
He want his baby to grow up and be able to be out there. What I'm saying is, nah, bro, let's make the crib like that out there. You know what I mean? Out there where they got that money at. Let's make ours like that. Saying they get it, these young boys get really excited about Scarface and Goodfellas and the gangster flicks. But those gangsters took care of their own. those gangsters was those mobsters was real deal Holyfield in the game, but you couldn't bring that into their neighborhood. You couldn't bring that around where their kids was at.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they'll take your hat for that. But these young boys, they running outside, just standing out on the corner, well, you know, with AKs, just waving it around in the air like that's just, you know, like we in the Wild West or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knowing as soon as that red and blue hit the corner, they finna start running. How tough and hard as you, or gangster as you, when them boys hit that corner, you take off running.
Yeah.
That ain't gangster. You know, that's soldiers living in the hood, you know. But it's a way to be about it, to really be gangsters about it, like the mobsters that y'all pattern yourself after, where you could own your hood like they own theirs. Little kids can play, you know, and you can still get your money, you know, and nobody gets hurt, because we not having that, because that messes up what? The money. Ain't nobody out in the street shooting what? Doing this, doing that. Why? Because that messes up the money. And if it's about this paper, then we got to get our acts together. At least that's how I think about it.
Yeah. So is there a release date as far as when the...
Thanksgiving.
All right. Is it going straight to
It's going to theaters.
Theaters?
Yeah. The date I'm trying to get is December the 1st. December the 1st, bro. And that's it. But I'm using the film as a tool to get out here and talk. So I'm liable to be doing premieres everywhere. One in Dallas, one in Chicago, one in Kansas City, you know, one in LA, one in Atlanta, one in New York. Because I need to go and sit down and talk this talk to folks like I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's messages in my madness. It really it ain't just about me. You know, it's way bigger than me. So I'm gonna get out there and get this money though. But the message is way bigger than me though.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get this message out there.
So what do you think of the state of hip hop, the way it is right now?
I think the 50 years signifies what's possible. And so I'm more concerned about the next 50 than the first 50. We did it. Now let's do this shit right. You know what I mean? We already know what we could do. Now let's do this shit right.
Do you have a particular story that always sticks in the back of your head, as far as like maybe a moment with Dre, Snoop, Tupac, Eazy-E?
Yeah, all of them, bro. I got moments that stick out with everybody. Some good, some bad, you know. But it was a hell of a journey.
So there was this kid out of Garland that
Justin.
Yeah.
I heard him. I thought it was interesting. I built a song on him called Naked. Played it for Dre. Players like, yeah, I like him. And Dre had also just started working on this record, Compton. And so he just paid us to come out there and, you know, work on this record. Good kid. It never blossomed for him the way I thought it could.
Mm.
But me and Dre started feuding in the middle of that, you know. And I left him out there with Dre. No matter where you from, really.
Yeah.
If I hear you and I think you good, I'm not gonna take everybody to Dre, but
yeah,
you know, I do what I can for you. That's my nature.
Yeah. Do you think the hip hop culture's missing the Latino element in it?
Well, I wouldn't say missing, but shit, there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Latino culture is powerful and got hella history and strong backbone, and nobody supports you like you know the Latinos support you like once they fuck with you, they rocking with you. You know what I mean? They gonna be the first ones to buy it, go get it and sport it, and so you know, maybe you just ain't had the right one. Maybe they gave you when they gave you guys like Rico Suave.
Yeah,
that's how they did y'all.
So you got this one youngster right now. He's actually doing some big things. He got a record out right now. But he goes by the name That Mexican OT.
I know him.
Okay.
I've heard of him. Young dude, right?
Yeah.
I listen. I got my ears to the street, man. There's a thing on my Instagram. I think it's called Dallas Weekly. But they play all these kids' music on Instagram. They videos that they make, you know. And I'm always listening. I just got to help them figure out how to walk that fine line between being authentic and about that world out there, but being commercial and being about that world over there, because they don't mix. You have to be smart about your business, otherwise you'll be Suge. You know, you'll get all this money or Thugger. You know, you get all this opportunity and all this money, then they'll come snatch that shit back because you're not walking those lines right. Like, why would you want to make millions of dollars just to go to the penitentiary? That makes no sense to me, bro. When you start making that kind of money, you're supposed to divest your interest. Jay-Z. That's how you're supposed to move. He gave you a blueprint. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know his street life, but he say that he did it. But now, he's with Roger Goodell, kicking it. You can't be with Roger Goodell doing what they doing on the street.
Yeah.
You got to come on over here and get in this corporate mind state. You know what I mean? So that's what they got to learn. And I'm willing to get out there and help them out. You know what I mean? Because one thing that's real, the power is always in the street. You just got to learn how to pick yourself up out of that mind and put it over here in this mind.
Crossover.
Yeah, man. Don't sell out. But get your mind off of what's important to these in the street and get your mind on what's important in this corporate space, because that's how you get to live forever.
So you're saying that we could expect big things here in Dallas?
Yes.
In the near future?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. It's here.
Yeah. They
just don't know it yet because they don't know how to operate in it yet. But that's all right. I got them.
Man, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here. Exclusive, man. Major things coming in to Dallas, the Triple D. And like that hat you rocking, man.
Yeah, that's my guy. He's a Latin guy.
Yeah.
And he's the Triple D guy. There's another Latin guy. The True Brand guy.
Yeah.
And so I try to help everybody, bro. And I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan of the Triple D's art, his hats, his gear. I'm a fan of the True Brand art and their gear and all the other little local guys that make gear and merch like yourself. I try to put that shit on because it's all good for us, man. It's enough room for everybody. Whenever I got to do a shoot or something, I know I'm going to a game or something, I try to put on some local stuff because it's all about Dallas on mine right now.
Yeah.
If it ain't Dallas Fort Worth, it's got to wait it's got to wait a minute because it's our time right now.
Oh yeah, and I feel it. I feel the energy, man. It's kind of like that post that you did earlier. I got to see it. Giving yourself chills. Carlos Santana.
Yeah, man. See, that's real life. That's real life, bro.
Yeah.
He's explaining to you. And see, you can't tell me these young folks, when they're making this music, are thinking about that. They not. They're not putting any creativity into their art. They're not putting any real art into the art. and it suffered, But that's not to say it's not good. It's just not as good as it could be if you loved it like you love that fame. You love them clicks and love them likes and, but you gotta think like Elon Musk, man. Think like these folks that's trying to take over the world, man.
Yeah.
Don't take over the street, nigga. Take over the globe. You got all the power because the people is the power. But you're just not connected right. That's why the police can control your hood like that. That's why they can pull them cars over and whoop on you and smack you around, they can do all of that because your mind's not right.
Yeah.
If your mind was right, they couldn't do that. I wouldn't give a fuck who they was. I got a lot of love and respect for everybody, especially the police, because we need them. But it's good ones and it's bad ones.
So what can we expect from the Doc in the future, man?
Like I said, man, I'm putting all my energy and effort into the city right now. And I got 2 or 3 things up my sleeve. I'm just waiting on this movie to drop.
Yeah.
Because that's the first domino. And then I'm going to work, man. Because it's nothing but air and opportunity out here. And I'm connected to all of these power sources. I'm not a greedy dude. I'm about the people. I'm about the city. I'm about the people in the city. Whether you black, brown, green, yellow, purple, or white. If you righteous and you about this realness, I'm about you. Because there's enough money, like I said, for everybody. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to blow Dallas the fuck up. Because it's our turn.
Yeah. Man, well, I appreciate you coming through, man. I know you got to run. And, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate
you, man. I appreciate the garb coming to Elm Street. Welcome to Elm Street. Get yours soon. If you don't got one, you ain't cool. Got to have one of these in your closet.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. God bless you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, man. To me, you're a GOAT. You're a legend. I had to bring you on, especially, like I said, the whole 50 years of hip-hop. It wouldn't be right if I didn't have you sitting right across from me, man.
Already.
So, hey, I'm still a fan. I still jam to my favorite song, The Formula.
Already, mine too.
That's my shit right there, man.
Yeah, mine too.
So
gotta have a system when you hear that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have bitches thumping.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's an honor to have you here. And this is my way of giving you your flowers, as one of the GOATs and one of the legends from Dallas. A lot of people throw that word loosely around, but for y'all viewers, this is what a real legend looks like, man. The GOAT.
I appreciate you, man. God bless you for having me. I appreciate everybody out there to support. But like me and my brother saying, it's our turn. It's all about the city. So stay tuned to the podcast. Keep connected, and I'll be back. And we're gonna keep moving this thing up the field until we all got a little piece of this pie. Peace and love.
And like I always say, man, keep your ears to the streets, and I'll catch you on the block. It's your boy Money Elms, man, and we out. Peace.